can teach you how to get cake. If not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh. Let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do. If you gonna build,
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, 21, see it. Let's go. Yeah.
Now Tua. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Hey, look at this Patriots defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
20, TX. Whoa.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tough spot here, third down and 11. In motion, Hill. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Tua sets up to pass it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. Now a toss right side, A-Chain. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. But you look at this Patriots defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. A-Chain here. They stay on the ground. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon A-Chain. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Patriots nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
12.
Throwing Jones. And that one too wide and incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. 11.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Now Jones. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Patriots had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Third and 3.
Here we go. 11. 11.
Jones now. They're bringing a blitz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Looking to throw. Jones. Pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Second and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Patriots nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Here we go. 11.
They go play action here on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Thornton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Johnson running left. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Screenplay. Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry, 26 yards. And the Patriots are back within a score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In motion left goes Jones. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throw caught by A-Chain. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
First down, Miami.
20, TX. Roll. Number 1, hard.
Tua now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hey! Solo left Zion. Hey, let's go.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Hey, come up two.
Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And Mostert with a first down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 14. First down, Dolphins.
It's safe. Go ahead.
A-Chain now up the middle. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now 2nd and 9. Running right, here's A-Chain. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Tua going to throw. They set up the screen to A-Chain. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling.
That's another Patriots.
Jones looking to change the play.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A gain of 3, second down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Got his man. It's Thornton.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Anthony Brown. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
On second down, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Let's go!
A give up the middle to H.A. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Right back to H.A. on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch it, Austin. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Looking to pass. Tua. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Pats are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the toss, here's H.A. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Right back to H.A. on second down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon H.A. with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action. Jones eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Hill on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 40-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Achane gets it from the gun. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
3rd and 9 here.
Solo left Zion.
Here's Tua. Flushed out right.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down.
Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And Judon continues to be a home run signing by New England. Had a breakout 12.5 sacks his first year there. Up that number to 15.5 last season. Good for 4th in the NFL.
This is taken at the 23.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9.
21G. Connor, long.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Matt Judon able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Watson, Oscar. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Hey, 21 TX.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Yeah, 20 TX. Whoa.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They go to Johnson again.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones.
Right side, Thornton with it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A couple of big plays in succession there for the Pats. They're on the move.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score.
Mac Jones.
A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. It's a Patriot sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's a toss left for A-Chain.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
21.
Here's Jones. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Now Jones. Pryor has it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Ready. Turbo 1, high. Hey. Solo left Zion.
Back to throw is Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go. Get set.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Johnson on the counter. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
21.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Three yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
21G.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film,